communication between parents and children is important for developing a long-lasting positive relationship and nurturing a total child.
Communication is very vital, especially in the times in which we find ourselves. A lot of things are happening among our children. Our children are exposed to way too many things than we were exposed as children. There is a deluge of information that our children are being besieged by, and it is important that we understand how these things are happening, the things that they are exposed to, and how they are able to interpret these things, how these things influence them, and how they use these things. And the only way to get into their thinking patterns and their interpretative patterns is by conversation. And that is missing in many homes.
When communication is open and effective, children feel respected and understood by their parents, which is a great lift for their self-esteem.
Parents believe that because they are children, they don't have a right of opinion, they don't understand a lot of things. They tell them how to think, they tell them how to interpret, how to understand. And then when you do that a lot to children, they shut down. They believe that you know everything and you don't give them fair hearing. So whenever they see you in their space, they hold back. And then the things that they are unable to say because you're the one there, they say to other people who give them better opportunities to speak. This is something that causes that permanent gap, dirt, in interactions between children and their parents.
However, very often, there are factors that create gap in communication between parents and their children, one of which has been identified by experts as lack of spending quality time with children.
So you see, time, it is the biggest barrier. Any parent who is able to create time is able to handle a lot more other things. Lack of trust between parents and children is a huge barrier. To work on trust with your children, you need to zero out judgment. If you're a judgmental parent, like many parents are, like our parents were, you see that gap, it will be difficult to bridge.
It is noted that when communication lines are open and conversational with children early in life, they find it difficult to keep secrets from their parents. So, how then should parents encourage and sustain healthy communication with their children?
One of the greatest magics that any parent can do to get a conversation going with their child is to gain their trust. How do you gain their trust? You allow them to say their mind as it is without dressing it up, without trying to impress you. And when they do say their minds, never ever judge. Listen. Even if you feel that they have done something wrong, you don't shut them down, you don't judge them. Get them into a conversation over what they have done or said or left undone or left unsaid.
Active listening, empathy, and creating a safe and non-judgmental space in dialogue between parents and children are essential tools and strategies to nurturing a total child.